All right, welcome. Today we are talking about a lymph flush, and I think this is so important. When I was deep diving into this for my own family, I realized it's such a big deal, our lymphatic system, and to not even like give it any thought, which I was previously doing pretty much. And I feel like this is common for most people, is kind of crazy after you learn how truly important it is. So if you're new here, my name is Alina Renato. I've been working with Young Living essential oils for over 15 years now. I've been in the natural healing, natural wellness space before that. I'm a trained massage therapist, no longer practicing, but I was trained on the body, massage therapy, back before I even found Young Living, the early 2000s. Just fell in love with natural wellness. And fell in love with how the body operates. I went to the School of Integrative Nutrition in New York City for their program back in the early 2000s as well, and truly learned a lot about what our bodies need. And again, I just fell in love with the whole like approaching wellness from a foundational standpoint, from a system standpoint, and from a natural standpoint. So that's a little background about me. So I hope that you're ready for some life-changing information. I truly believe this is like I said earlier, going to open your eyes to an area of health that's almost always overlooked, but can give you some really serious results that you may be looking for. So if you've been feeling sluggish, tired, emotionally spent, this could be for you. If you feel like you struggle with inflammation, which I'm sure most people in today's society and in the US especially do, this could be for you. If you end up worrying about cellulite and swimsuits whenever summer is coming, then this could be for you. If your skin is feeling dull, tired, dimply, and sad, this could be for you. And lastly, here, if you feel stiff or sore, especially when you wake up in the morning, then this can also be for you. So we're going to dive right in here to the lymphatic system, because this is one area of health that can have a huge impact on all those things we mentioned here. So I'm just going to scroll this over. So what is our lymphatic system and what does it actually do? The lymphatic system is one of the most overlooked yet significant systems in the body. It's key to removing toxins from the body, creating key immune system cells, and maintaining healthy fluid levels and like so much more. But just to give you a little overview, it's very expansive. It weaves throughout the entire body. I have a little picture here to show you. This is really neat. So take a look at that while I'm chatting here. Hopefully it's showing completely. Yep. So it weaves the entire body, and most of us are familiar with the lymph nodes, as you can see there, and they're present in various sites in the body. But the system also includes vessels, ducts, and also the spleen, thymus, adenoids, and tonsils. So that's all connected in this big, beautiful map. The lymph vessels run throughout the body to remove waste from cells, regulate the immune system, destroy old or abnormal cells, and maintain normal fluid levels in the body. So if you're having swelling somewhere, it could be related to your lymphatic system. It also helps your body absorb, excuse me, fats and fat-soluble vitamins and move them into the bloodstream where they can be utilized, right? So to say it's important is like truly an understatement. And yet so many of us aren't tuned into the system. I can say that for myself, I was not. And many conventional doctors also overlook how it affects us or how instrumental it is to our health. So giving your lymphatic system the attention it needs can help you reduce inflammation, swelling in your body, improve your skin tone, reduce cellulite, reduce stiffness and pain in joints and muscles, improve mood and pain in joints and muscles. Sorry, I said that already. Improve mood and mental outlook, improve blood flow throughout the body, stimulate the immune system, and help shed any extra pounds that you're carrying. So really, really important in so many ways. I'm going to scroll up here to the next one. So why is it so important? Obviously, those things pretty much explain this concisely, but to go in a little deeper, because the system deals with waste in the body, keeping it running smoothly is super important. So if you're not adequately flushing toxins out of your body, and we know that we are hit with toxins in an unprecedented rate at this point in our society, right? We get a major problem. So lymph fluid exists to flush out waste that is naturally produced within the body. So think like you're dead, something as simple as dead cells. You know, they live, they do their stuff, they die, they need to go somewhere. As well as toxins that are introduced from the external environment. So I believe when God made us, he made us thinking about like, let's flush out the dead cells. But as we evolved as a society, here we are with all these toxins that we really weren't meant to be dealing with. It puts a huge burden on our body. So I feel like of all the systems in the body, this one is the one that we really need to be focused on to create a foundation of health from the get-go. So um, other things beyond the obvious, but you have pollution just in the air, chemicals in your home, personal care products, and stuff like that. Stuff people put on their bodies, but also in food. Like there we have glyphosate now and nearly everything. It's just there's an overload, a toxic overload, plastics, microplastics, everything. So when we have inflammation throughout the body from a poor diet or lack of sleep, extreme stress. I'm in a very stressful point of my life right now too. We're getting ready to move states with a big family. Or even external chemicals, our tissues can swell and lymph cannot flow well. So those lymph vessels become congested and kind of backed up, so to speak. These same things and the added congestion create oxidative stress on the lymph vessels, so further impairing their ability to effectively transport lymph fluid and waste, which is their job. So it kind of creates this perfect storm of dysfunction. So almost every part of the body can be affected by poor waste removal in the lymphatic system. I'm going to read that again. Almost every part of the body can be affected by poor waste removal in the lymphatic system. It's a huge deal. So when your lymph drains become congested, those drains become congested, you may notice stuff like stiffness, especially in the morning, fatigue, itchy, dry skin, bloating, holding on to water, brain fog, which is really common, swollen glands, stubborn weight gain, chronic sinus or ear issues, cellulite, cold hands and feet. Even in extreme situations, if you have, stuff getting stuck in your lymph nodes, for example, it can cause some serious pain. So there's, warning signs that are going to go off before, like these are the warning signs I've just read basically before it can get, to a point where you're like, wow, I need to do something. So when your lymphatic system is functioning well, it affects every aspect of your health. You can support the system really well each day with just simple habits, and that's what we're going to talk about. You can also do a targeted lymph flush for 2 weeks, which we're also going to talk about, to naturally decongest the system if you want to get a jump on cleansing. So that's what I think is really important to add to just our foundation of wellness, and especially this time of year, it's really important to be thinking about it. So what to expect as you cleanse. When you start a lymphatic cleanse, which we also are calling a lymphatic flush in this scenario here, your body is moving the lymph fluid that's been stagnant and sometimes been stagnant for a while, especially if you're having swelling, things like that. Since lymph fluid carries things from all the organs in the body and contains waste products, your body is going to process and excrete those toxins in various ways. So you may be sweating more than normal. You may be stinkier more than normal. You may find you have a headache or you have negative emotions maybe that come up. You may feel like your muscles feel tense or you're a little achy and sore. So these can all be normal parts of detoxifying. And I like to say it's better out than in, right? It's kind of worth it. But there are a lot of things you can do to support your body and your mind too during lymph cleanse to make it a little bit easier on yourself. So things like drinking lots of filtered water with minerals. You can add in mineral essence for this because you're going to be, if you're flushing and drinking lots of water, you definitely want to add those back in. Take detox baths with essential oils. And again, we're going to go deeper into all this, but allow yourself to sit in the bath for as long as possible. The first 20 minutes or so is to help your body sweat out toxins. And the second 20 minutes or so allows time for your body to absorb the magnesium, which we're going to talk about, and receive the full effects of any essential oils that you do add in. So think about that as like a two-phase thing. You want it as, warm as you can take it, without scalding yourself, but let your body sweat is so crucial to detox. You can be inhaling, diffusing, applying oils that you find emotionally calming. Valor, peace, and calming, lavender are all huge ones in our house. And for tension in the body, which if you're getting achy from the detox, obviously deep relief we have. You can do detox baths with cypress, frankincense. The CBD new roll-on that we have is huge too. Our whole family uses that. And then we have the Cool Azul pain relief cream. So those are things you can help your body with as you get going. So to get things moving here, the lymphatic vessels act like a giant drainage system for the body that needs to stay clear for it to work properly. So there's no like pump really to move things on its own. Stagnant lymph leads to waste and toxic buildup, as we said, which weakens immunity, your immune system, and leads to a wide variety of health issues, which we want to avoid. Again, I'm going to say this a million times. This is why taking care of the system is so foundational to health and an immune system function especially this time of year when we're going to be hit with less sun, more like sugar and crappy food, and often a lot more stress. So, how do we do that? We get things moving. The lymphatic system relies on the contraction and relaxation of the muscles and joints to move the lymph. Translation, we have to move our bodies. I know it's like, a standard that people kind of like roll their eyes at this point, but truly just walking is moving your body, is getting your lymphatic system moving. It helps to move the fluid from the tissues and push it through the lymphatic channels. I don't know about you, but when I learned this, like I really thought about my system in a whole different way. I thought about movement in a whole different way. I thought about instead of just moving my body to, burn calories or, grow my muscles, I'm like, wow, I really need to move to keep this stuff and this nasty stuff and me flushing out, right? We need to do this. It's really important because like I said earlier, there's no active muscle pumping your lymph fluid. You have to do it. You have to move. It's all designed perfectly, right? So it relies on that exercising, like jumping. That's the best way to keep your lymph system flowing. If you're not the jumping point, start with walking. Start with flexing, spinning your arms around or something. Just wherever you're able to pump your extremities and just move around. If you want an easy way to give your lymphatic system some TLC, you can start today. As soon as you wake up, you can jump up and down, even if it's a little bit, even if you're just on your the pads of your feet, on your toes, basically, just up and down. Get those calf muscles moving. That really, really helps. There are some powerful muscles for your lymph system because you want everything pumping up towards the heart. You don't want things always down. You want those muscles down there in your legs are going to be good. So we'll get to that more in a little bit. So although jumping up and down is the best way to stimulate lymph flow, you could even do it on trampoline. Any type of exercise will do the trick. So when your muscles are moving, they massage the lymphatic system and improve that flow. Next, we're going to talk about hydration. So is there any health topic we can cover that wouldn't include a note on hydration? I don't think so. But hydration is clearly a crucial piece of the health puzzle, and the lymph health is no exception. So lymph fluid is about 95% water. So again, it's going to be really crucial here. It becomes thicker and less fluid when you're dehydrated. So simple fix, and drink more, add in some minerals, use we have those amazing drops you can add to the Vitality drops, add to water for electrolytes. So in fact, one of the most common causes of lymph congestion is actually dehydration. So again, just focusing on that, you don't have to go from nothing to 64 cups a day, but we can start small and work up. And it feels less overwhelming that way. So staying well hydrated by sipping clean, purified water with minerals, like I said, throughout the day is a simple way to keep it flowing, the lymph flowing. We love using mineral essence here. It's not the yummiest thing, but it's really, really great for supporting your body in the way it needs as far as minerals. Okay, next we're going to move on to nutrition. So we all know that nutrition is a huge part of our health, of course, and it's also true of the lymphatic health as well. Focusing on whole foods as much organic as possible, because again, if we're eating food with pesticides or herbicides, fungicides on it, just one more thing for your lymphatic system to process out of your body. So it's as simple as that. If you're like, oh, do I really need to organic? Well, it makes it easier, especially if you have lymph symptoms. And maybe if you're going to do a flush, especially give yourself organic as much as possible during your 2-week flush. High quality proteins and healthy fats. Limit or avoid sugar and alcohol, especially when you're doing intense lymph flush, because again, go easy on the system. A sluggish digestive tract also congests the lymphatic system, so we want to be going. Ayurvedic medicine teaches that natural red foods like berries, pomegranates, cherries, cranberries, and beets will keep the lymph moving freely too. So adding those in is going to be a helpful thing. In general, focusing on good nutrition, making sure you're getting enough minerals with your water, that's going to be a good foundation for taking care of your lymph system. And you can also supplement with high quality vitamins, minerals, herbs, oils. We have Ninja Red, Super C, and multi-greens are really, really great for lymphatic health too. We're going to get into that in a little bit. So they're great during both an acute flush that we're going to talk about and for maintenance. Okay. So to jump into Ninja Red, it's an antioxidant powerhouse. It delivers nutrients, vitamins, and minerals to your system so that you can have healthy energy levels, support your heart, your eyes, brain, nervous system. It really helps your skin stay soft and glowing and much more. So it's a wolfberry puree that's infused with citrus essential oils, which is also great. Citrus oils are great for the lymphatic system. And it's an excellent whole food source of nutrients that give energy and strength to the body without harmful stimulants. If you haven't tried it, it's really, really great for the body. Our entire family drinks it daily. I switched from the bottles solely to the packets, the sachets for my kids because if I have the packets in the house, like they'll go through them. I have to limit them. I'll say, all right, guys, you have one or two a day, whatever. And if we're doing more foundational or doing more of a detox week or something, we'll have up to three a day. I'll let the kids have, but I, they will go nuts for them. They literally, I can't get them to stop drinking them. So if you're looking to get more to the little ones in your family, into your life, the packets are the way, even more so than pouring it into their own cup. Next is Super C. This is another one my kids love, chewable tablets. It's candy to them. They don't really eat other candy, but it supports immune, respiratory, and circulatory function throughout the whole food antioxidant sources. We have camu in there, acerola, cherry, rosehip fruit powder, plus orange essential oil. And that's what really sets our supplements apart is we have essential oils in them, which add so much to them as far as like what the oil is capable of, but they also help act as antioxidants to the other ingredients in the vitamins and supplements so that they don't go rancid. It's really cool. So they work together to promote health, vitality, and longevity. And vitamin C really is essential for the lymphatic system for collagen production and excretion of toxins. It's also huge for anti-inflammation in the body. So Super C, like that's a core supplement that we have in our house is like everyone's on high doses of vitamin C, especially this time of year, especially when we're working on our detox channels, our lymphatic system. But I love that C is essential for collagen production too. It's also big for skincare. And next here, getting to multigreens, it's a blend of spirulina, alfalfa sprouts, barley grass, bee pollen, Pacific kelp, and therapeutic essential oils, among others. And it's basically a salad in a bottle, they call it, but it works with the glandular, nervous, and circulatory systems to promote the removal of toxins and overall health. It's really going to help clean everything out. So for both of them, you do a little extra during focused lymph flush, then scale back a bit on the amount per day to more of a maintenance schedule. So you can, go heavier, go double dose or something if you want to. Like it's up to you, and if you're talking to a doctor or whatever. But if you want to go a little bit extra, those are pretty safe. I think, vitamin C, the worst that can happen is looser stools, and multigreens. I don't know if you can overdo it with green stuff. It's good stuff, right? Okay, we're gonna move on next to dry brushing. So this is really cool, and it's a really essential part of a lymphatic flush. So you can see the picture here. It's showing the direction of where you want to brush your strokes on your body. You always want to start at your feet and work up. In every direction that you're going to, you're working towards the heart. Really important. So using the dry brushing in conjunction with Cell Light Magic massage oil is a wonderful health habit. So we like to add it, we'll add some cypress oil directly to the bottle of Cell Light Magic for even more lymph stimulation because cypress oil is really great for the whole system. But then you put a little bit, you start with dry skin, don't be wet from the shower. So do this before the shower, and it's good to even stand in the shower so that if you're sloughing off dead skin cells, it's, has a place to go and instead of all over the place. But then you put a thin layer of massage oil on your body, and then you use a soft brush. They make them, I have some links ahead, but they make them out of natural bristles, and you just kind of softly stroke the skin. So it's not a hard thing. The lymph the channel is very delicate. You don't need to go crazy, but doing that daily, and especially during the flush, is really important. So let's get into it a little bit more. So the dry brushing sweeps away dead skin cells, it stimulates the hormones and the oil producing glands in the skin, and it increases circulation. The coarse bristles of a dry brush encourage movement of the lymph and blood in the underlying tissues, which helps move out built up toxins. So huge. It's best to incorporate dry brushing into your daily routine either before or after your shower, but I think before makes more sense personally. You can choose morning or evening depending on what works for you, but what matters most is when and how to apply your lotions and oils. So you can shower before your skin brushing if you want, but you can also shower after and then put the massage oil on after if you want to. It's either up to you, but choosing that soft, medium soft brush and being gentle on your skin is really important. And you're basically using small, firm strokes, always upward, or work in a circular motion where you're, eventually like pulling it up in the circular motion. So you want to come up, start the feet, brush up towards the heart. Similarly, when you start on your arms, begin at the hands and work upwards towards your torso. For the stomach, work in clockwise direction using very gentle strokes. So you might want to screenshot this picture or, Google it. It's just where I found it. There's lots of images out there, but that can help you remember if you're going to get going with this. Okay, next is detox baths. These are very, very important as well. So there are many incredible ways to use essential oils, and adding them to our bath routine is one of them. Detox baths can be an incredible way to help your body through an acute lymph flush, soothe any issues that may arise, support the immune system, or help you process through emotions even. So many things. So making them a part of your lymph flush and then a part of your regular like maintenance routine for your lymph system is super like smart. Great idea. So essential oils, baking soda, and magnesium flakes. A lot of people do Epsom salts, but I think magnesium flakes are what you want. I also linked them ahead too. I'll show you a little bit, but what we use, they're the most pure and the most bioavailable, I believe, even better than Epsom salts. So combined in hot water, so you combine all that, allows you to help flush impurities from the body by allowing it to sweat out toxins. So remember that that bath breakdown that we would just went over. So 20 minutes to sit in as warm as hot, whatever as you can take it to sweat. And then the second 20 or so minutes, you're working on just absorbing those oils and magnesium from the flakes. So a good recipe here would be a cup of magnesium flakes, half cup high quality baking soda, 20 to 40 drops of essential oils of your choice. But we really think that cypress, grapefruit, and frankincense would be probably the best to go in that direction if you're working on the lymph system. But 20 to 40 drops. And you add the oils to the magnesium and mix it all up. And then what I do is I take like a cup, like a glass or metal cup. I put the 1 cup of magnesium flakes in, put a half cup of the baking soda in. Then I drip the 20 to 40 oils on top of that. And then I don't even stir it, but I just put it under the hot water coming out and let the water kind of like pour over it and stir it all up and then dump it into the bathtub. So that's what we do. Everyone figures out their own way, but I feel like that might give you a good idea. But you always want to put oils in the flakes first, not into the water because it's not going to mix. Oil and water doesn't mix, and you don't want to sit down on oils on top of the water. It's ouchy. Okay. So when you are using the oils, you can use your own judgment on the number, but remember that if we're using this for an acute need versus like a relaxing soak, you're gonna want to use enough oils to give your immune system the boost that it needs, right? You're in your lymph system, obviously. So you want to really use about like at least 30 drops of oil for a nice long soak, okay, for this acute need. Excuse me. Get a drink of water. Next is red light therapy. I'm going to talk about this too, but if you want to see what's on screen here, this thing, I love this thing. It's a Box. It's FDA approved red light therapy and it's handheld. I forgot, maybe it's like 10 inches, maybe a little bit bigger. I might be wrong about that, but there's like a handle on the back of it you can slide your hand into, or it comes in the stand. My husband is obsessed with it because he has pain all over his body. I always have to like ask him if it's charged because he's using it. And we use it for our kids too because it's so simple. And the red light doesn't hurt your eyes, but it does come with little goggles if that makes you feel better. But what we'll do, especially if we're like working on the kids, we'll just, if we're sitting down to watch a TV show or a movie or something, we'll put it like under a blanket near them, like, in front of them or something. So it's shining at their skin, but no one else is seeing it. So it's not distracting anyone. And it turns off on its own. It gets warm, but it does not burn. And it's very like user friendly. And I just love it. So it's really, really handy to have. We use the heck out of that thing. And I've, been the victim of getting some, health things that didn't end up working for our family. This is one I can honestly say it's incredible and everyone uses it in the family. So if you there's a QR code there, if you screenshot it or something, you can probably figure out how to take you there. And that code gives you a nice discount. So red light therapy can be a surprisingly gentle way to give your lymphatic system a boost. This is how it works. It stimulates your cells' mitochondria, which are little powerhouses inside each cell, so that they produce more energy, which is ATP. That extracellular energy helps your lymph nodes and vessels function more efficiently. So it's like a little like energy boost to get the lymph system moving better. At the same time, the red light helps reduce inflammation in a major way. It's a big reason why we use it, which can lower fluid buildup and make it easier for your lymphatic system to kind of pump out the waste. Well, not pump, but clear out the waste because it's not pumping itself, right? It also improves circulation, so blood and lymph can flow more freely since the lymph relies on that surrounding muscle tissue and movement to keep things moving. And finally, red light therapy supports tissue repair, reducing stiffness or fibrosis that can sometimes block lymph flow. So when you pair red light therapy with simple lifestyle supports, like the other things we're talking about, the baths, the movement, the nutrition, the magnesium soaks, it becomes a real gentle way to help your body flush, detox, feel lighter, more energized. And if you want to use it specifically for lymphatic support, you can aim the device, the red light device, directly over lymph node clusters, which if we go back to that picture, there's clusters like under around your neck, on your underarms, your groin. Optionally, you can just put it over the abdomen to support overall flow. So you can think of the nodes as like the hubs, the lymphatic hubs, and the abdomen as a main highway of lymph drainage. So those are definitely two ways you can use it directly to support your lymphatic system. Next is exercise. I have another QR code there for something I'm going to chat about in a second. Sorry, here we go. So exercise, oops. Moving your body is crucial, as we talked about, for this whole system to work. It helps the fluid in the body just start moving. If there's no movement, we have no fluid movement. So just things as simple as walking or, exercise, yoga, stretching, all that kind of stuff can really help get everything pumping back towards the heart, helping with circulation and lymph flow. Bouncing on a trampoline is great because you can harness both the effects of gravity and your muscle contractions to stimulate the flow of lymph. Rebounding is what it's called, and rebounding is so amazing because every time you jump up on the trampoline, every single body or muscle in your body like relaxes. And every time you go back down and hit the trampoline, whatever you want to call it, they all contract as you push back up, as you rebound back up. So it's a really great way to get pumping. We also, though, added a vibration plate to our routine. You may have seen them around. They're kind of silly. They kind of shake your whole body. You just stand on it. It feels silly, right? But it's really simple and effective way to help your lymphatic system. It's amazing for inflammation and amazing for detoxification. I think I have it linked there in that Amazon QR code if you want to check it out. So it can actually really help your lymphatic system give itself a little tune-up. So when you use a vibration plate, the vibrations create micro contractions in your muscles for you. So you're just standing on this little step basically, and it'll create contractions in your muscle for you because it's vibrating, which act like a pump to move lymph throughout your vessels more efficiently. Helps your body clear out waste, reduce puffiness, and support natural detoxification. And what I like about it is I can put a kid on it, and again, I use the TV a lot. So we don't watch a lot of TV, but I feel like it gets them to sit still. And that's the biggest hurdle with little kids. So I can put him in front of the TV for 10 minutes, let the vibration plate work, and he gets that huge benefit from it versus a trampoline. We've tried the rebounder trampoline for them, but to get a kid to jump on trampoline for 10 minutes straight is impossible. So this is a very therapeutic way to approach the same concept that's really more, like in my mind, user-friendly. So I highly recommend it. So it's giving that enhanced circulation, boosts energy at the cellular level. It helps reduce stiffness even in tissues that sometimes block lymph flow. So kind of think of it as giving your lymphatic system a gentle, like hands-free workout, especially powerful when you pair it with the other things we're talking about. Okay, so it's just one thing to kind of add to the mix here of the things we're doing. So maybe do a magnesium soak afterward, help get the sweating going on if you're not doing something that's making you sweat, and make sure you're sweating too. Saunas too are huge for flushing out toxins. So it's a simple, effective way to get it to cleansing itself and leaving you feel a bit lighter, more energized and such. Now moving on to good old oils here. Okay, so essential oils are another amazing way to help your lymphatic system stay healthy and moving properly. So using them in a detox bath, like I said, or drinking them even on your skin, really helpful. So for the daily lymph health habit is the cellulite magic oil and cypress. So cypress has a clean, evergreen aroma that can be used aromatically to create an ambiance of security and grounding. It's a tree oil, right? Cypress trees, they're really great for grounding, but applied topically, it really has benefits for the skin, hair, and scalp even. It's an evergreen tree oil that's wonderful for supporting healthy circulation. And a critical part of the lymphatic system is the circulation, right? So we use this oil to help the body circulate blood, remove toxins through lymphatic pathways. Grapefruit is another wonderful oil when it comes to lymphatic system. So is even citrus fresh. It comes in the starter kit, which is a beautiful blend of citrus oils that you can use the same way as grapefruit or cypress even. And we love to add it to our water for gentle detox, great for the skin. But grapefruit specifically, it's cold pressed from the peels of a fresh grapefruit. And it's sweet and invigorating. It smells really good. It associates with feelings of joy and satisfaction and playfulness. Not only is it a wonderful oil to diffuse, it's also really great in DIY skincare products. So you can combine it in a salty like body scrub with other skin toning essential oils like cypress for like a home spa experience, that actually also gives you amazing help with your lymphatic system as it helps the body naturally get rid of the excess fluids. So here's the little bundle. I have it linked right there. It's like the wish list for Young Livings that you can go look it up, add everything that you want to your cart, save it for later, whatever, but at least you have it there. Just screenshot to get a look at it. It's all the stuff that we talked about in the class already, which is handy. Sorry, having screen problems here. But with such an intricate network of pathways that are sending exactly what your body needs to the right places, it obviously works really hard. So supporting it is crucial. And again, we talked about how we want to do a lot of these things daily, throughout the year. But if you want to go and do an intense like 2 week flush where you're doing baby baths like every day and you're doing your red light therapy and you have the vibration plate or you're jumping in the morning when you wake up, or you're really focusing on movement that's specifically for your lymph system. You're eating super clean for 2 weeks. Everyone can do that too. You're upping your super C chewables. Um, using your cellulite magic, you're taking extra multigreens, you're drinking grapefruit, you have your cypress essential oil in your added whole bottle to your cellulite magic massage oil. You're rubbing yourself down with that before or after your dry brushing. You can really, really help support your body in a big way. Again, if you're doing it a little bit here and there throughout the year or in a nice big flush. And the big flush might be something that you want to do at least quarterly, especially this time of year. So the key to this too is that Ningxia Red, adding Ningxia Red is really going to help as far as making sure that your body is supported from, again, a foundational place. So this is exactly what we do. It's very simple. It's not too much. Sometimes like you think about protocols and it's like too many things, but you can do a bath, you can do dry brushing, and you can add some movement or the vibration plate or something else in. If you want to go out a little bit above and beyond, try the red light, right? So depends on if you're working on maintenance mode or if you're like, crud, I have something like majorly going on here and I need to address my system right now because I'm reading the signals now that I know enough to like that what it's saying, because that's where I was with all the health and information that I've accumulated over the years. I never took the time to realize how often like this needs to be done. It's not like, okay, let's do some cellulite magic once a year. Like we need to really focus on our lymphatic system. So if you want to focus on the lymph cleanse, here's the actual protocol. So dry brushing daily using cellulite magic and cypress, taking the recommended dosage of the multigreens capsule. It's on the bottle, like what you should take, or you can take a little bit more at least. Take 2 super seed chewables 3 times a day and 2 to 4 ounces of Ninja Red a day. On top of that, you want to stay hydrated, drinking water with minerals. Start the day by jumping at least 100 times, doing kind of stretching poses that would help you as well, and moving your body for at least 30 minutes a day. Then you want to take a detox bath with cypress and grapefruit and even frankincense if you have it, at least 3 to 4 times a week. You want to make sure you're sweating daily and detoxing with the magnesium flakes in your bath at least 3 to 4 times a day. So next year, I just want to show you, I have a little guide that I just made recently about what we do as our family does for natural like maintenance and also protocols. I have like a sick day protocol in there. I have exactly what we do for our full detox, excuse me, and everything in between. So if you're looking for a way to kind of get above and beyond and ahead of the season coming up, this might be something to check out. I have it there at my Stand Store Natural Calm Mom, or you can just take a picture of the screen, the QR code. If you do have any questions about any of this that we covered today, I do respond to all my messages, Instagram, Facebook, and I do have my YouTube now where I'm putting the replays for all of the classes that I'm doing there too. You can find links to everything we talked about, including these social media profiles too, here at naturalcalmmom.com. That'll link you to everything. So thank you guys for coming, and I'll get the replay up as soon as possible over on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I hope it helps you have a wonderful season ahead and stay super healthy. Okay? Thank you so much.